Hello, it's Paul Russell here from MakeYourMoneyOnline.biz, and today I want to talk about what might be holding you back from starting an internet business. Perhaps you're like a deer caught in the headlights. You're really overwhelmed by everything you're seeing on the internet, and you're not able to move forward towards your goal, which is presumably to start a business, to start making money online. Now, I think the reason that stops a lot of people getting started can be summed up in one word, and that's fear. There are 4 different types of fear that you might have, and that's the fear of the unknown, perhaps the fear of failure, the fear of success, and something called paralysis of analysis. Now, I've come up with 10 common questions that you might have that kind of fall into these 4 categories. So let's go through them and see if we can address the questions that you have in your mind. So, do I have to have special skills or degrees to start my own business? This question falls into the category fear of the unknown, and the emphatic answer to that is no. Take Richard Branson, dropped out of school at 16, and you know his success story. And there are plenty of other examples like him. However, what I will say is that knowledge is power online. So constant education and reading up on everything you can get your hands on about internet marketing and the internet business is a must. It doesn't matter what you've done in the past. What matters is now and how you take the knowledge you're going to start learning and move forward with it. Another common question is, will it cost a lot of money to start a business? Obviously, nobody wants to blindly venture down a road without knowing what it's going to cost. And I would say again, no, it doesn't cost a lot of money. Compared to bricks and mortar businesses, you don't need an office, you won't be paying rent or rates, you don't need employees, it is just you, and you can be sitting in your bedroom in your dressing gown working away, basically with things you already have at home. You've got a PC or a laptop, all you need are internet access, email, Word, a printer, that kind of thing. And with the specific type of internet business that I want to help you get started with, which is in information publishing, you are not going to need a large stockpile of inventory, so you don't need a wad of cash to get started. Will I be able to start my business online even if I've never run a business before? Of course. There are plenty of internet marketers that have been successful and started their own business with absolutely no prior business experience. As I say, all you need to do is get the knowledge now. Find out how to start a business. The internet is full of information, such as the information I'm giving here. So there are all sorts of tricks and tips. Find out from people who have been there and done that. How much money can I make from an internet business? Well, that is the million-dollar question, isn't it? And there's no one answer. Some internet marketers make 6-figure, even 7-figure incomes, while others just make extra pocket money. It really does depend on so many different factors. You know, how much time and effort are you going to put into this? What type of business are you going to start? What's the market you've selected? And, you know, what's the profit margin on the product or the service that you're going to offer to that market? But I will say this, if you actually pick something you're interested in and can start a business based on something that you actually enjoy, you're going to be streaks ahead of those people that are stuck doing daily commutes to jobs they really don't like. Do I really need a website? Do you really need to ask the question? Of course. After all, you're wanting to start an online business, so your website serves as your office or your shop front. Hosting is cheap these days. It really is very easy to get a website up and running, and there's software, design software to build your website. There are plenty of website building services, but you can even build it yourself. It really is that easy, even if you are not technical. If you go and look on my blog for this article, you will find my secret resource listed under this question. So if nothing else, go and find out what that is. I've never done sales before. Do I have to talk to my customers? Well, of course, there's an element of communication with your customer, and any good business is going to want to communicate with their customers. But the great thing about an online business is that most communication is automated through the internet and emails with software. So you've got your shopping cart so that people can buy at any time of day, don't need to talk to you to place the order. And once they've made the order, you'll have automated systems so that you confirm it with an email, and then you can follow up with them afterwards. You really don't have to wait in for the calls from your prospective customers. As I said, everything is automated. What about taking money from your customers? Again, that's all automated, built into the website and your shopping cart software, whatever route you go down. But essentially, behind any purchase on the internet, there is an online payment system. And in the beginning, you're going to use payment systems like PayPal or ClickBank. They're dead easy to get started with. They make the whole process for you. And that includes having to give refunds if necessary after the fact. The best thing is there's no worrying about data protection, because you are not actually taking your customers' credit card details and their names and addresses and storing all of that data. You really don't have to worry about it. It's all taken care of for you. Now, this is a new category of fear, the fear of failure. What happens if it doesn't work? Well, realistically, that might happen, although there are plenty of ways to minimize choosing the wrong product or service in the first place. However, if you do, take the lessons learnt and either correct the failings of your first product or service, or move on to your next one. So come up with a new product and service with the knowledge and experience that you've just learnt. The Japanese have a term for it, Kaizen, continuous improvement. And basically, you'll be amazed at what you learn on your first project. It is the hardest. There are so many things to grapple with. But once you've done your first, that second one is just so much easier and just that little bit better as well. Napoleon Hill is an author of quite a famous book called Think and Grow Rich, and he basically says every failure is a blessing in disguise, providing it teaches some needed lessons one could not have learnt without it. So most so-called failures are only a temporary decision. Another type of fear of success. What happens if everyone wants to buy what I've just put out there and I can't cope? Well, isn't that a wonderful problem to have? So I would say there are things to worry about, and then there are things to worry about. It's usually when you're faced with a problem like this that you just knuckle down, get creative, and get the job done. The final type of fear I've called paralysis of analysis. It's essentially saying, what if I don't know everything yet? What if I need to do more research? I'm not ready. You're never going to know everything. I mean, we are all constantly learning new things all of the time. Often, in fact, in today's world, we just have so much information that we can overload. The key thing is, practice makes perfect, so just do it. Just get started. And often, the hardest part is just to start. You have to believe all your issues can be overcome. You're not alone. We're here to help. Visit the website makeyourmoneyonline.biz and you'll find lots of useful articles about starting and running an information publishing business online. In fact, to get your hands on a free report to discover the 5 steps you need to take to make money online and profit from your own online business, visit my website makeyourmoneyonline.biz and you'll see the link to sign up and download your free report. Thanks for listening. I hope you found this interesting and useful. You've got no excuses now. Just get started.